Alright, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be trying a different camera angle for a 270 Winchester round. We're going to remake it. I have a 270 Winchester round right here. I already knocked out the old primer. So here's pretty much your reloader kit right here. We'll open it up. Right here it gives you your overall dimensions of the round that you will be creating. And then inside you also have the instructions for the tools in front of you, as I will show you here. So today I'll be giving you a step-by-step on how to reload the 270. So here we have our 270, one rod, two rod, and we have our dipper. We'll set that right over here. So we're going to put our 270 round into here, and the first step is going to be adding a primer to it because I already took out the old primer, as you can see. For primers, I'll be using large rifle Winchester primers. I'll just get one of those out right now. So as you can see, we got our primer here. We're going to put that end into the springy system right here. Just set right in so it's flush, or seated more likely, as you can tell. Then you're going to stick your 270 round right onto it, as so. Then you're going to grab your ramming rod, as shown right here. Remember, it has the concaved bottom and it has the brittle top, so you know how to put it in. You want to add that pressure. You're going to grab your mallet, rubber plastic one, and you're going to bang the primer into the new round. And as you can tell, we have a new primer in there, nice and flush. So our next step is going to be seating this back end to the smooth end right here. And you can tell from this end, we get at the right angle, there's a funnel, and we're going to set it right back into here. So our next step is going to be putting in the powder. For the powder, I'm going to be using H4831. SC stands for smokeless, which you can use smokeless or you don't have to use smokeless. And what I will be referring to is the Model Reloading 2nd edition by Richard Lee, when I refers to the amount of powder and the grain I'm going to be using. Before I get there, actually, I'll be using 270 caliber 150 grain nozzler. So for this, you're going to go into the book. They have everything labeled really nicely. 284, 270, 270 when. Alright, so these are 150 grain, so I'm going to go till I find 150 grain. 150 grain. Right there. So I found the 270 150 grain. Right up here at the top, H4831, my bad. And it'll tell us that we need to use 52 grains. So I'm going to set that over there. So now we're going to bring this over here. Now we're going to start measuring out our powder. So right here I have a scale by Hornady. You can get a lot of scales on Amazon. It's probably your best way to go. So we're going to turn it on. Have that turn on for you. Alright, we'll set this on here, the scale. Let it even out. We'll zero it. Alright, so now we're going to start by measuring the powder. So we're going to open this bad boy up. And we're going to get our dipper. Go in here. Get a full scoop. I have a funnel so these pellets don't bounce around everywhere. We're a little bit over, so I'm going to scoop some off the top. And just a little bit more to get that around that nice even 52 mark. tap a few in there. Alright, look at that, smack dab 52. So I'm gonna close this up real quick. And we can turn this bad boy off now. I'll set that to the side. We're gonna bring this back here. I'll load the primer in, or not the primer. I'm gonna put the funnel on to put the powder, which are pellets in this case. Usually found with rifles, you use pellets instead of flakes. So we're gonna pour that into the new bullet we're making. All right. So next step. So now we have re-primed. We got the powder in it. So next you're gonna do is put a new bullet in it. So as you see from here, we'll be using these ones. I've preset my depth for this, but if you haven't, there's a adjuster right here, and you'll know once you start hammering it how deep it needs to go. As you can see, I'm gonna have to hammer this a bit to get it, see it properly. Nice and easy. We'll pull it off real quick. We'll inspect it. This one looks a little low, so we'll get out our measurer and see what we're looking at. Let's see. We're hitting 3.3, and if we refer back to the overall length, as long as it is under 3.34, we should be good. So that meets the criteria for it. So we're going to set this back on. So now you have this funnel in. We're going to rotate it over so we can crimp it, get on there nice and set, and then hit it. Made contact. Need to set it better because it didn't crimp around it. So we're going to push it back down. Nice and hard. Seems like we have a bad piece of brass here. Yeah, let's see. Let's check out a different piece. That brass might have too big of a neck. Yeah, you see how this one, it doesn't slide in. So this neck has overexpanded, so that's why it's going to be a bad cartridge. So we'll just try a different one real quick. We'll bust out another 270 round, or primer and round. We'll throw that bad boy right onto there. Remember, so we have this flat end. We're going to shove our 270 into it, and we're just going to rotate it over. Set it right on that primer. Get your driver, push down, hit it a couple times. There we go, nice and smooth. I'll show you it. Nice and smooth, flush. So we're gonna put it back down, we're gonna set it. So we have this funnel in. So this bullet isn't gonna work. So we're actually just gonna end up pouring the powder from this one into here. As so. Put that one right there. I'll mess with that one later. We'll put the bullet on the top. Stick. There we go. Stick our buffer up there. Hammer it in. Push down. Not going anywhere. Rotate it over. Tap it in nice and secure. Pull it out. Push on the top, make sure it isn't going anywhere. And right there you have yourself a 270 Winchester round.